Oh, goodness me, if you worked in a supermarket, let's get on with this, right? So, you wake up at 2:30 in the morning, maybe 3 a.m. The point is, you're waking up, you're getting shocked awake by your phone, right? With the most annoying sound ever. Probably set about 50,000 alarms because you can barely get your eyes open and it's cold that time in the morning. And you're having to do this every how many times a week? 4, 5, 6 times a week? And it's too early to get a bus. So if you don't drive, you're snookered, right? Maybe you get a bike up and it doesn't get nicked. You know, hopefully it doesn't get nicked off all these people who we don't know who they are, who are coming over the channel that we're paying taxes for. But you can't get out of bed. It's so hard, right? You're dehydrated as well. So you wait until the last second until you can leave the house, and eventually you rush out of bed, bang your clothes on and out the house. Don't have time for breakfast, not even time for a shower. You have to get out and shower when you come back. Well, you will be knackered, but it's the compromises you take. Maybe if you absolute reek, then you might have to get a really quick 1-minute shower, and then you get out and you will just be absolute shivering. Now, what part of the supermarket are you going to be working on? Let me cover 3 parts, right? So maybe you're doing the trolleys, the picking team, right? Where it's just sorry after every 6 seconds because someone's getting in someone's way in your tiny little store. Well, big store. It's a big store, but every aisle is like, it's not that big. Don't even get me started on when the customers come in. But yeah, like I say, you're leaving at the very last second you can. If you don't drive, you are fucked because you get into work, you have to run for a tiny bit, right? And you are getting straight to work. But don't worry, you've got a 15-minute break coming up randomly. But you've got to make the choice. Do you finish your shift 15 minutes early? Or do you think like, oh, I've got half an hour left and it could have been 15 minutes. But you've got to try and avoid that team leader who you know is going to be asking you to stop back because your pick is 9,500 and there's 5 pickers. Maybe one's phoned in and the music is so repetitive. It just keeps playing the same songs over and over again. Young Hearts Run Free and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking like, what is this guy slot that I'm listening to? So you put your headphones on when there's no customers in, right? And then fucking the shithead team leader is shouting at you. You can't hear me. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to speak to you. Just let me listen to my shit songs, right? That are slightly better than the crap that's getting played here. And by the way, the temperatures in the store, it's either really freezing or really fucking hot. Can they not sort it out? Maybe you work in the bakery. I've done that. Right? And it's so repetitive. I remember there's times where the actual full-on baker's not showing up, so I've had to do the baking. Some of it comes out alright, some of it doesn't. But it's just packing and packing and packing and packing and packing and packing and packing. Oh, it's so repetitive. And you got to remember the numbers, and it's just dull. Stocking the shelves, or whatever they call that department. They call the departments like really weird names, like online there's a picking team. I can't remember what this one's called. But you're stacking the shelves, and you've got to try and remember where everything goes. It's impossible. You got to take things into the correct aisles. So you get these pallets, take them in the correct aisles. But honestly, you get these, they call them wheels. I don't know what they call them in other stores, because I've met people who work in other stores and they say they call them different things. Bring them over, and then you don't get given a device, whatever they want to call them, to say where they are. I've also done that Deliveroo stuff as well. You got to try and remember, that's even worse, because at least when you're putting stuff on the shelves, you know stuff's in that aisle. When you're doing Deliveroo, it doesn't tell you where anything is, or Uber Eats or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, back onto the picking team, where you're putting stuff into your trolleys. Like, you've got to find the products easily because you've got the time ticking down and the managers are watching your time. Like, it's so important that you get on with everyone, but you just know there's grasses in and amongst you. Like, they're going to ask you to stop back as well every time, and you're just like knackered, and how do you say no? You got to try and like sneak off, you know, after your last trolley's done. Maybe you finish your trolley like 15 minutes before the end and it's 100 items and you're like, oh shit, I've got to go and get another trolley now. Nah, do you know what I do? I just park my trolley somewhere, go in the toilet, sky for like 5 minutes, and I'll just push my trolley around the store randomly, not getting any items, because how are they going to know? And then I'll go. If they don't ask me to stop back, I will try sneak off. There's multiple other things I can think of, but I've literally thought of all of these off the top of my head. But like, you get grasses as well. I hate people who are grasses. Like, maybe you've got another colleague, right, who's the same level as you, and you think to yourself like, oh, I'm going to get changed and then I'll clock out. And they're like, no, you can't do that. You'll get in trouble. I don't care. I don't care. I want money. Well, do you reckon they're going to go out of business? They're always pleading poverty. They're never saying like, oh, we're making so much money. Do you know how much money they're making? They have 5 pickers on. who get paid about, let's just say 70 quid each, right? Which is more than they get half, I reckon. In fact, let's say 100 quid. Let's say the pickers get 100 quid. That's 500 quid, right? They are making so much more. The pick is like 4,000 on a very bad day. And if they have 5 pickers, then they pay them 100 quid. If the pick's 4,000, you only need 5 pickers. And they're hardly going to get 100 quid on that day. 4,000. So if every product is sold for a quid, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're doing so good for money. Back onto the grasses. Maybe you have 2 AirPods in instead of 1, and they grass you up. Maybe you're taking a 20-minute break instead of a 15-minute break. Like, why do they care so much about time? Like, a few minutes here and there. Yeah, if you're bothered about these 5 minutes, I'll just never stop back again. Because I'm the guy who always fucking did that. I remember when I was younger, people who were older would get mocked for living with their parents. But how can you mock them? And when they can't afford anything, £6 is half an hour's wage. You graft for half an hour. I'd love to sit down for like half an hour before my shift and just relax for a little bit and just not get that 6 quid. I'll just stay back for like half an hour, you know, I do anyway. Yesterday I was asked for £50 off a fucking friend who now I'm going to try and distance myself from, because her grandma's apparently racked up a phone bill. And honestly, I hated that phone call because it started off with her saying, my granddad's got cancer, so I've got those days to count down. And by the way, no, I don't want to give you 50 quid. There's an unemployed person that I know who's on benefits and earns more than people doing these jobs. These people who work like monsters. Honestly, it pisses me off, right? But yeah, if you can think of anything else that's shit about working in a supermarket, like any, like Asda, Sainsbury's, whatever, just like let me know in the comments and I'd be really interested to read them. And who knows, I might make another one where I put more stuff in, because this was just off the top of my head. Or maybe I could do a video like things that were stupid about school or something. Let me know what you want. I can do those videos, because chances are my life's probably very similar to yours. If you're a manager at any of these shops, or you're a team leader or anything like this, be nice, you know what I'm saying? Even if people are dickheads to you, just be nice. No, don't be a grass. If you're a grass, I have no fucking respect for you. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time in a bit.